Hello and welcome to this video on technology within the classroom, a discussion on its value and how to use it. Now, why am I discussing technology within the classroom? Well, first off, I need to explain exactly what I mean by technology, because everything is technology. What I am referring to is personal electronics like computers, laptops, tablets, and phones. These technologies add many options to the classroom that were once not possible. However, these technologies can create some issues that need to be acknowledged. First off, technology is ever-changing, and the tools and programs that teachers have access to is constantly changing. While it is possible to stick with what you know and only update your skills when needed, one should be aware of all new possibilities. Otherwise, you risk allowing your tech usage to become outdated and not as effective as it once was. Technology can also not immediately be obvious in how you can integrate it into a classroom. In some situations, there may be seemingly no advantage to complicating your lesson plans with new plans utilizing new technology. The less aware you are of possible tools and new options, the more likely you will struggle to integrate new technology into your classroom. Lastly, new teachers may find that they struggle more frequently with integrating technology because they're already dealing with being inexperienced and not having many lesson plans to try to change or alter. Because of these reasons, it is necessary to learn more about new methods available and how to use them, especially for new and future educators. So, because of the issues I've already brought up, I believe that the group that would most need help would again be newer teachers. Of course, the newer teachers would have to deal with the inexperience and lack of materials that I briefly mentioned earlier. New teachers won't have custom lesson plans, at least not in abundance, that can be easily altered for this project. They may be very new to their district and might find themselves without much of a support network in the form of help from coworkers or administrations. They may also be too busy working on their base lesson plans to worry about doing something that is possibly unnecessary, like making assignments digital. And while they may have grown up around modern technology, that doesn't mean that newer teachers are in any way knowledgeable of how to utilize it in an educational setting. Of course, all of these issues/concerns are only generalities, and the recommendations that I will be making are simply recommendations, but I still believe they may be helpful. So why should educators, new and old, want to integrate modern technology into their classroom? Well, the most important thing to remember is that general education is a key step in providing a liberal education. For a liberal education to succeed, the student needs to develop a variety of knowledge and skills, a broad educational base, if you will. By being trained in such a variety of things, the student will be able to more effectively assess things thanks to their variety of knowledge. These concepts come from a paper by Charles Fox, in which he believes that the greatest value of education is the preparation that it gives students to think, learn, understand, and communicate effectively. By providing students with experience in something that will likely play a role in their life after school, as technology is in all aspects of our lives now, we can mix real world into the classroom and help them think, learn, understand, and communicate with modern technology much more effectively. Now, of course, there are some issues that one may face that are solely the fault of the technology. When used improperly, there are issues with technologies, such as it distracting students by providing them with an avenue to avoid learning or to goof off. There are several issues highlighted in Students Struggle with Tech by Victoria Thompson, which was posted in the Educational Leadership Journal. Technological literacy is not universal. As educators, you cannot assume that your students are knowledgeable with technology or possess the capability to use it outside of class. This is an extremely important thing to note. You must ensure that your classwork that relies on technology is doable within the school, or you ensure that they have some access to a computer or internet outside of school. Otherwise, that student will be incapable of completing your assignment. On the same subject as not assuming students have access, you should never assume a student knows something about technology. Always list out instructions step by step, because even if your students were surrounded by tech growing up, it doesn't mean that they will know how to use it. Provide detailed instructions or your students may struggle, even with something as simple as searching for information. Students may use technology in all of their classes other than yours. Keep this in mind, as you do not want your students to develop burnout, as they will become bored and less interested in lessons. Rather than limiting your tech use, Thompson suggested creating variety in your usage, working on new and engaging assignments if you notice students suffering from burnout. You also shouldn't simply convert your lecture to a PowerPoint or a video that your students are experiencing digitally. The value of the technology comes from interactivity, and if your lessons do not take advantage of this, students may quickly lose interest. Lastly, your students may expect lessons to alter with the technology. They may become bored if you do not provide them opportunities to utilize technology in creative projects like PowerPoints and other digital means, instead of doing standard assignments. Now, of course, there must be positives, otherwise there would be little reason to go through with this. Richard Valesco provides some suggestions on how technology can help in his article, Infusing Classrooms with Web 2.0 Technologies, from the Journal of Technology and Engineering Teacher. Technology has provided new tools for both the students and teachers that can renew interest for the students. Blogs are an option. Blogs are tools that usually would not have educational use, but recently have become helpful tools in improving writing, collaboration, and cooperation skills among your students. Blogs can also be used to have students draft ideas and arguments, and then provide a medium for their classmates to critique and provide input. Blogs are also valuable in the voice that they can give quieter members of your class, allowing them to engage when they otherwise wouldn't. Wikis are quick sources of information that are collaborative in nature, since they are entirely contributed to by independent research. Wikis are helpful for students as they help improve writing skills and their ability to analyze and detect false information. By setting up a collaborative class wiki, students can become active learners rather than passive receivers of information, according to Valesco. It is also possible to design projects around these new tools. Valesco suggesting students gather their ideas and insights on a bridge building into blogs and wikis before they gather their collaborated ideas to attempt constructing a bridge on a smaller scale. Valesco's suggested project is also made out of graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolates, so it of course provides a reward to the students for their hard work. Technology is also valuable because it allows educators to provide students with knowledge that normally would have been limited to independent study or later education. Some teachers may be able to make simple projects that utilize coding or programming, allowing students to gain experience that they otherwise may not gain. These skills are things that students may be unaware of or not be able to pursue, meaning that the utilization of technology helps to broaden the student's knowledge. I hope some of the ideas from this have helped convince you that you should try to integrate technology into your classroom. Hopefully knowing what to look out for and having some ideas on what is effective can create a good starting point. Remember to always look into suggestions and ideas that were used here. Blogs can easily be integrated in classes for a variety of subjects, and the value of the blog will remain the same. Always focus on what you personally think will work best for your classroom. You may not be in a position to do this, or you may not feel you need to, and that is okay. The most important goal is to help your students, and if you decide this is not the best way at the time, that's understandable. There are also many external sources you can look into, often found on your state's Department of Education website. Some of these groups can help provide lesson plans, they can help train you on how to utilize new software, or they can even just provide ideas which you can work with however you wish. And if anyone is interested, here are some of the sources. Thank you for watching, and again, I hope that there was something helpful for you. Have a nice day.